Just my people, see the halt, it don't happen. We have entered a full-blown military dictatorship in River State. River people cries out. Just watch as Rufai tackle this person to ask a tough question, but those people that they complain say Rufai questions not follow. But we supposed to know say I'm waiting at TV want me ask, and I go ask. But if you give Rufai the opportunity to talk, I believe say he will tackle this River State so administrator with full force. Just watch, share, and drop your thoughts in the comment section.
Mr. Rufai, I want to inform you today and the generality of Nigerians that what is happening in River State today is an unusual situation we have found ourselves. I think we have entered a full-blown military dictatorship in River State, where from the actions of Mr. President and the sole administrator, we have seen that the Constitution of Nigeria and every law within this particular nation and within the state has been clearly suspended. Because when you look at the local government law, vis-a-vis our Constitution, you look at the constitutional provisions and look at what these guys are doing in the state today, you would ask yourself, where is all these things coming from? Now, from the look of things, the sole administrator has gone ahead to appoint a reset board, and they've now given a 30 days notice to conduct the said elections. Recall that we had wasted millions and billions of rivers resources and naira to conduct the previous elections that was annulled by the Supreme Court on the basis of the 90 days notice which the then RISEC board did not follow. Now we are repeating the same issues that had created some of the tension we saw in the state that made the president claim to have, that made the president to rely on some of these issues to have declared a state of emergency in the River State. Now the president is repeating the same thing. Now, the president is repeating this whole thing. This morning, I saw on social media a gazette dated 22nd of July 2025, where the president is saying that he has suspended parts of the River State Independent Electoral Commission Law 2018. And you ask yourself, does the president or does the state of emergency, the constitutional provisions that establishes state of emergency section 305, does it give the president the powers or the National Assembly powers to suspend any part of our laws within the River State, even in a state of emergency? This is the type of situation we have found ourselves today. So the president is acting arbitrary and not traverse the constitution of this particular land. And let me state this: if there has been a law where such a law is inconsistent with the provisions of our constitution,
wait.
as enshrined in section 1 sub 3.
Can I ask you a question real quickly? Do you have the authenticated gazettes or the one you saw on social media? Do you have the authentic gazette as released by the government?
No. What I saw was what I stated I saw was what I saw on social media.
Okay, on social media. So isn't it best as a lawyer?
On social media was what I saw.
For us to get the authenticated gazette by the government as released, rather than social media. We cannot...
No, the minister, recall, Mr. Rufai, recall that the minister of FCT has also alluded to the fact that the president has powers and has suspended sections of the River State Electoral Commission law. So that by the minister of the FCT in his media broadcast on Monday or thereabout, it also just supports what I have seen on social media. It doesn't negate it in any way. And if you also say, he also stated on the issue of the 30 days notice, which the Supreme Court has said, no, you must comply with a 90 days notice. So tell me, is the president can now sit down, nullify a Supreme Court decision that actually made or created tension within River State to create further tension and to make Rivers people spend further money in the River State? I tell you, this president has something against Rivers people. But the last time you said no, the president does not have something. But when you look at the actions of the president, it shows clearly that there is something the president has against Rivers people, which is not in the best interest of Rivers State.
You see, I keep asking, what's your evidence that the president has something against Rivers State people? What's your evidence?
Mr. Rufai, if you would agree with me, look at the incidents that have happened in the past couple of months from the declaration of the state of emergency. Remember, we have stated clearly that the president shouldn't have declared a state of emergency in the River State on the grounds that all the political impasses in the River State that led to the declaration of state of emergency, that the Supreme Court had settled them before the president declared the state of emergency. So there was no need. He should have even waited, but the president never waited. Now the president went ahead to state that the declaration of state of emergency was as a result of the bomb blast and the governor not even constructing the House of Assembly and all that. Some of the issues the Supreme Court has also captured, and it was also discovered by the president, by the company operating that facility, stating that what happened to the facility was just a minor thing, and that they have continued operation. Now there are states that need the declaration of a state of emergency that the president has not actually done. The president has been silent about it. Look at what is happening in Benue. Look at what is happening in Plateau. Look at what is happening even in Mina. Look at what is happening over there.
Okay.
And you ask yourself, what exactly is going on?
Okay, Mr. Nwala, yes, I think that there are some valid points there. However, it's important for us to just always ensure that we're dealing with the verified evidence and the verified releases and gazettes as they are being communicated. But let's talk about the general feel around it, because I've watched several commentaries where, of course, people are feeling that it is an illegality, in their opinion, for this election to be conducted under the watch of a sole administrator, just as we saw the appointment of the State Electoral Committee as well being done under this process. However, it looks like it's going to go through, and by August 30th, elections will hold. What is the general consensus from people on the ground?
I can tell you for a fact that a lot of persons are not happy about it. Civil society organizations, political parties, some political parties are withdrawing. Civil society organizations are also going to court, approaching the court to decide or to look at the issues, the illegality going on in River State. You know, one of the problems we have, or I have with this President Tinubu's administration, is that it has done everything it has criticized previously. And when you look at what is happening in River State, the president and his advisors do not give recourse to the laws of our land. So they do whatever they feel or they think is right in the circumstance without even giving recourse to our laws. You can even see from the Nigerian police to the DSS to every sector of this particular nation. You can't find where these persons are obeying the constitution or the laws of this land. And you ask yourself, what exactly is happening? Are we in a full-blown military dictatorship? If the president has declared himself as a civilian dictator, so he should come up plainly and state so. And let me also state this: our courts are not also helping matters in these whole things, in everything that is happening. The courts are not also helping matters, because you could recall.
I'm so sorry to have to interrupt you there, Mr. Henry. Unfortunately, we have come to the end of our slot allotted to this conversation. As ever, you have given us a very heartfelt defense of River State. That was, of course, Chetam Henry, who is a lawyer and indigent of River State. Thank you for joining us. It is time.